Hey guys, Alex here doing my review of the Aniversario shows from CHIKARA from this past May. Let's just get into with the first show, Horse of Another Color. Really solid show here. First match was Dasher Hatfield versus Ophidian. Very fun opener. Good storytelling and comedy spots in this match to help make it really fun for the crowd. Really liked how they played up their previous match from Canada. And I think they did a really good job here in this match of just getting the crowd hyped for the night and just telling a nice story in the ring, and good way to start the show. 3 stars. Next we had some CHIKARA members of season 3 taking on the Batiri and Donst and Jakob Hammermeier. The season 3 guys were Lance Steele, Rorschach, Crossbones, Shane Storm, and Jelly Rogers. This was a really fun match. A lot of nostalgia here for old time CHIKARA fans who knew what these guys were. I had not heard of many of them, but I thought this was still fun, just seeing some veterans here and seeing what they could do. And I was pretty impressed with the wrestling wise. A lot of comedy here, but I think that the wrestling was pretty good. A little sloppy at times, but nothing that completely destroyed the match. A lot of fun to sit through and watch, and I really enjoyed it throughout. I'll give it 3 stars. Next we had a Sendai girls showcase between Sachiko, Sendai Sachiko, sorry. Meiko, Satomura, and Kagetsu. This was a very, very impressive match from these girls. I was very impressed by them. I thought their selling was great. I thought the back and forth was really good. The ending was very, very impressive. I really enjoyed it, I thought. And really hard-hitting stuff, too, from the girls. A very, very nice showcase for them. And would love to see the Sendai girls back again. And actually, I think Sachiko, Sendai Satomura, and are gonna they're gonna be in the King of Trios, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. But this is probably the best match of the night. I give it 3.5. Next, we had a mixed martial arts exhibition between mixed martial Archie and Darkness Crabtree. Really funny segment here, just basically a comedy showing for Archibald Peck, and very entertaining, very funny. Crowd seemed to really enjoy it and got bought into it, so give it an NA, but it was really, really funny. Next we had Season 1 veterans, Mr. Zero, UltraMantis Black, Hallowicked, Dragonfly, and Icarus taking on the GEKIDO. This was another really good nostalgic match. Just seeing some old faces back in CHIKARA again. I think this wrestling-wise was very good. Told a very nice story. It was cool to see a lot of these old tag team partners teaming up again. Very much this used to build the GEKIDO thread again, and I think they did a very nice job in this match. Probably better than the other veterans match that took place earlier. I give this one 3.25. After this, we had Donst do a promo calling out Hallowicked, challenging him to a hair versus mask match at the IPPV, which he accepted. Very good promo by Donst. And next we had Colt Cabana versus Mr. Touchdown. Solid match here again. Love the comedy spots with the football. I thought that was really funny. Good wrestling wise. Mr. Touchdown I think is a very impressive guy, and he's really up and coming. I also got to comment on his selling was very, very good, especially at the finisher. He really sold that $1 million, and very impressed with Mr. Touchdown. I can't wait to see what he can do on in his career. Next we had Sara, Jigsaw, Green Ant, and Shane Matthews taking on Soldier Ant, Eddie Kingston, Scott Parker, and Saturyne. This is basically just tag team partners taking on each other in a special main event. This was pretty good. A lot of fun watching this. I really enjoyed when the Colony guys, Green Ant and Soldier Ant, were facing each other. Wouldn't mind seeing Fire and Green Ant and Soldier Ant have a 3-way match down the road just to see how those guys can do. I think that'd be really cool to see. Be a good technical wrestling match maybe. But otherwise, this was pretty nice. More or less just a showcase. Never really kicked into high gear and really hit that high level you could expect from most main events from CHIKARA. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Eddie and Sara having a little back and forth near the end, just kind of teasing the match that we all knew was coming eventually between the two of them for the Grand Championship. And I think they did a nice job at this with Jigsaw getting the win with the Super Brainbuster, just to kind of put out with the idea that he could win at the next show tomorrow night. So I give this 3.25. All in all, I'd probably give the Horse of Another Color probably 7.75. I could see probably an 8 if you're a longtime CHIKARA fan and just love seeing these old wrestlers back again. But I give it a 7.75. But very solid show. You can't go wrong with this one. Next we have the Ogg and I. This is the second show of the anniversary weekend. Started out with Colt Cabana versus Dasher Hatfield. Very short match, but entertaining with the comedy and the unique offense that they did. About 6 minutes long, not really much. It was kind of more or less to basically set up the Colt Cabana getting involved with the throwbacks feud with Archibald Peck, and I think they did a nice job here. It was very fun though. But only like 6 minutes, so I give it like 2 1/4. Next we had Saturyne versus Kagetsu. Solid match. Crowd got into it a lot. Good back and forth. Really giving the two rookies a chance to shine and see what they can do, and very impressed by both of them. I think there's definitely promise in between both of these two. I give it 2 1/2. Next we had Green and Soldier Ant of the Colony taking on Los Ice Creams. Very basic tag team match, but I gave it a little bit extra just because of the comedy that was involved in it, and I was laughing during it and pretty entertained with it the whole time through. I think the comedy just made it more fun to watch, and I really like watching Los Ice Creams and comedy matches. They're very funny to me. Next we had Sachiko and Sendai Sachiko. Sorry, I can't pronounce the Japanese name very well. Taking on the Bravado Brothers. Really fun tag team match. Love the storytelling with the Bravados not wanting to hit the girls and everything, and trying to be gentlemen, and just eventually just saying, screw it, we're just going to kick them and hit them hard as we can. And kudos to the Sendai girls for being willing to take super kicks and elbows to the face, and basically proving that women can be in the ring with men and not be treated lightly. Very impressed by that. Crowd really loved this match. Very good match though. Probably one of the Bravado's better matches I've seen them in. That led into 3.0 versus 17 in the Shard. Very basic match. Kind of more or less just the build up the feud between 3.0 and the Bravados. 17 in the Shard worked over Scott Parker's ribs almost the entire match. But the finish, like with the Bravados interfering, worked, and it just set up the feud nicely. So nothing really to complain about here. Next we had Sara versus Meiko Satomura. This was a very good match. It had a slow feeling out process in the start, and it kind of took a while to get going, but when it got going, it was really impressive. The ending was very, very good. Really like the psychology of the two of them just going back and forth. Nice technical wrestling too. Just very impressive by the two women. I really loved the finish too. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was very nice and just really show what these two women can do. Very impressed by it. 3 1/4. Next we had a 4-way trios match between the Spectral Envoy, including the returning Frightmare, Tim Donst, Jakob, Hammermeier, and Delirious versus the Batiri and the Swarm. Really good, fast-paced stuff here. They mixed up a lot of storylines here. They include the Swarm continuing to go up from the mask, UltraMantis and Delirious, and UltraMantis and Ophidian mixed in, Tim Donst and Hallowicked. Really a lot of storylines mixed into here, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Good, really fast-paced stuff. Frightmare was back, and that was really cool to see, although he didn't look like he was completely 100%, but it was still nonetheless cool to see him, and I really enjoyed the mix of storylines here. So I give this 3 1/4. Then we had the main event, the CHIKARA Grand Championship match between Eddie Kingston and Jigsaw. This was an awesome main event. This was great. These two really delivered, and I think this match had a lot of hype going into it, and I think that it definitely delivered to it. Love the storytelling with the guys working over different body parts. Jigsaw started working over Eddie Kingston's knee at the start, and while Eddie worked over his Jigsaw's neck, setting up for the back fist and the backdrive driver, and then Jigsaw eventually did switch to the head, but it was just to set up for the brain buster. So very smart psychology and working over body parts. That was really cool. The ending was really great. I really loved it, and I thought that the near falls were especially good. The crowd was just going ape shit for this match. Very, very good main event. Probably the second CHIKARA match of the year, behind the main event from the IPPV, but definitely a match worth going on your way to check out. I think this combined with the two matches before this definitely make this show worth buying. This one probably not as good as the Ogg and I, probably not as good as a Horse of Another Color, but still a 7.5. Definitely worth getting both these shows. Highly recommend them for you. And that's it for now. Take care, guys. Bye.